an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards. That's good for our Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, alert. Hey, check, Mike 21.
Now Trubisky. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 33-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the run.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
180. Hey, watch the slant. Check your hot read.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Lock now on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Denver.
Ready. 34 is the mark. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 16-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Here we go.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Freeman. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Montgomery. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Bartholomew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
At the 46-yard line.
Check, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Shut up. Even. 4 down. Even.
Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Back to throw. Bartholomew. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Check.
Off the bootleg. Bartholomew. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and he dialed up the pressure and got to him.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You can't block me. You can't.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. Holly, about 3 yards there to the 27. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man here is Hamilton. And he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Broncos 21, Bears 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He got 29 yards that time.
Check. Fresno. Hey, check.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Get ready.
To throw on second down, Bartholomew looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Looking to throw on second down. Bartholomew into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Hamilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. He'll get 3 up to midfield. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Let's go now. Go Trey. Andy. Just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on 1st down. Bartholomew. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, Bartholomew over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Bartholomew. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 31, check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bartholomew. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10 on the ground. It's Montgomery. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch out, watch out.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Montgomery. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this is caught at the 8. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
First down, Denver.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. On first down, Holland trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bartholomew. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
2nd and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Montgomery. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bartholomew. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Down. Touchdown. Check 53. Mark.
They'll run on first down. Patrick, he'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Quick dash. Come.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patrick. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Bartholomew. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bartholomew to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, 4 down. Watch the safety creep.
On 4th down, Bartholomew. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
At the 21-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
I smell fear now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Set, hut, go to base. Three at the mic. You're not ready. You're not up. Check 3, check 3.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown. They're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Touchdown, Bears. The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bartholomew. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Get it done.
Let's go, at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Bartholomew going up top. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bartholomew got a man over the middle, and it's complete. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mike's 43. I got it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Bartholomew. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 out low. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to throw. Bartholomew. He's going to air one out. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So it's his 2nd missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll look to throw here. Going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he